What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to add authentication to your React project using Clerk. So let's get started. So you want to head over to clerk.com and sign up right quick and click on add application, and here you can customize your sign-in form. We're just going to use Google, Facebook, and username, but they have a ton of options here. And for the application name, it's going to be test, and click on create application. And I'm using Next.js, so I'm going to go ahead and copy these API keys and head over to Next.js and paste them inside of my what the fuck? I'm paste it inside my .env.local file. Paste that, and then here you want to go to continue in docs, because here it's going to show you how to set up like the sign-in form and stuff like that. So already installed Clerk, so you want to go ahead and install Clerk and Next.js if you're using Next.js. And we already did step number 2. We set up our environment keys, and now we have to mount Clerk provider inside of our layout. So head over to your layout, and we're going to go ahead and import Clerk provider from Clerk. So import Clerk provider, and then you want to just wrap your entire project in this Clerk provider. Go ahead and just wrap everything with this. There we go. All right, so step number 3 is complete, and now you want to create your middleware file inside of your root. So go ahead and create this. It's going to be middleware. We're using JS. We don't have TypeScript installed on here. Middleware, and I'm going to remove the comment just to clean it up a bit. All right, and step number 5, now we can start building our sign in and sign up pages. So inside of the app, we're actually going to group this together. So we're going to create a folder, and we're just going to do parentheses, and we're going to add auth, name it auth. So this is where all our authentication is going to go. So we're going to create a folder, and it's going to be called sign in, sign-in. And then in this folder, we're going to create another folder, and we're going to do 2 brackets, the spread operator, and do sign in, sign-in. All right, and then inside this folder, you're going to do a page. We'll do page.jsx. All right, so that's our sign in, and now we want to create our sign up. So I'm going to create another folder inside of the auth, and it's going to be sign-up, and same thing, we're going to create another one in here, 2 brackets, spread operator, and do sign-up, and now create our page inside here, page.jsx. all right, so now we can copy this code that they have on the docs. So we're going to copy this inside of the sign up, and then we're going to copy this one inside of the sign in. All right, and now we gonna update our environment variables, and this is basically whenever a user signs in, we want it to redirect back to home. So let's copy that and head over to our .env.local and paste this in there like that. And now we can actually test this out. Let's see, let's go to localhost 3000. Let's see if this works. There we go. Nice. So we got our sign-in form here, and we can actually make this look a little bit better, because you can see it's all the way to the left. So head over to the sign-in page, and we're going to wrap this with a div. We can do some styling to it. I'll go ahead and do a div, and then paste this inside here. All right, so let's give this div a class name of width screen, height screen, flex, item center, and a justify center, and that should center it right in the middle of our page. And we can actually do this with the sign up one as well. So let's copy this and paste this in here. and just change this to sign up like that. All right, so we can actually test this out now. So let's go ahead and continue with Facebook, and we should be all right, so the reason we was getting that error is because we was actually trying to sign in and we're not even a user yet, so that's why it was popping up as a 404. So you want to head over to sign up whenever that page pops up, and now here you can actually create an account. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sign in with my Facebook, and now we're gonna create our username. It's gonna do Hydros, and there we go. So now let's head over to our dashboard on Clerk and head over to users. Oh, we got some confetti. Oh, I missed it. That sucks. I like that confetti. So head over to users, and there we go. As you can see, we got our user, we got my Facebook email, our username we just created, the date that we joined, and our last signed in. It's pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's really easy to add. So now I'm going to show you guys how to render stuff out conditionally. So if a user signed in, you want them to see certain things or complete certain actions. So let's do that. So head over to our nav bar. All right, so obviously we don't want to show this login button once we're signed in. So to fix that, all we got to do is do an import, use user from Clerk. And then we're gonna do a const. We can name this whatever we want. We're gonna do is signed in, and this is gonna equal use user like that. And now we can actually use this and render some stuff out conditionally. I'm gonna save this. We're getting attempted call, not possible to invoke. So I think we just gotta wrap this in brackets like that, and that should work. Oh wait, we got to make this a client component. That's what it is. Forgot we're using Next.js, so use client like that. All right, so that should fix that. So while that's loading, let's head down to the button, and let's render this out conditionally. So I'm gonna wrap this inside the brackets like that, and now I'm gonna do, so if we're not signed in, that's when we're gonna render out this button like that. But if we are signed in, for now I'm just gonna return null. Sorry. For now I'm just gonna return null. Alright. So now the button goes away because we're signed in. So now we actually going to use this user button that's built into Clerk, and I think it's like magic, man. I like it. So it's gonna be something like this. Actually, it's gonna be this exact thing here. So now let's go ahead and import that from Clerk. Import user button. I probably could have just added it to there. And so if we are signed in, that's when we're gonna render out this user button. All right, let's go ahead and look, and there we go. We got our user button, and now we have access to our account. So you click on manage account. You can from your actual website, you can change your username. Yeah, you can update your address, your security. You can see the devices that signed in. Really cool stuff, man. So now we signed in. So now let's render something out here. Same thing. So head over to page, and same thing. It's gonna go to import, use user, and do const is signed in. And this is gonna equal use user. But we do gotta make this a client component before I forget. Use client. And same thing, we could just wrap this brackets. And so if we're not signed in, it is signed in. So we're gonna render out this H1. But if we are signed in, we're gonna render out another H1. another, oh, what the, why is it not auto completing? Hold on. All right, we're gonna render out H1 that says hello world. All right, now we should see this change because we're signed in, and there we go. So that's really it. You guys can look over the docs on Clerk. Like I said, I'm still learning as well, but their docs is really good, and really go into detail how to do things. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video, how to add authentication to your React project. I will see you guys next video. Peace.